Dr. Kemi Health, it's Wednesday, the 18th of June, 2025. Let's talk about Warri Pikin. A lot of you are comparing her picture for the wedding of Priscilla Ojo to this video that she launched recently, showing that she's expecting another baby and she's pregnant. And I've always called Nigerians SBNIs. You know what that means? Smart but not intelligent. But maybe I shouldn't really call you daft, which you are. Maybe I should call you, you need to be educated. This is not my job. This is the job of the mainstream media. You notice how the mainstream media is all quiet about these pictures. Why? They don't want her to sue them. Their paymasters said, don't even cruise with it. And that's where Dr. Kemi comes in. Now, I've retired as a pharmacist and health educator and a journalist, 37 and 31 years, but I'm going to bring some health education in here. There's something called a prosthetic baby bump or prosthetic belly. And I brought awareness to it in 2018 when Linda Ikeji used it for her surrogacy. Some people can't conceive and therefore they will do IVF and then they'll plant the, results of that inside somebody's womb. Because of course their own womb is useless, so they use a surrogate. And the surrogate will carry the baby till term and they deliver it. Now, not all wombs are useless. There are people who actually do surrogacy, but they don't have time to carry a baby for 9 months. People like Kim Kardashian, one of her children was done by surrogacy. I think it's one or two, those last two. Now, this is not to harm anyone who's barren or anything. Everybody can have a baby, whether it's IVF or not. But there are people who use prosthetic bumps, and those people may be using it for other reasons. Number one use for it is acting. Okay, movies, music videos, whatever. They use it for acting and they act as if they're pregnant. That's what they use. All right, a prosthetic baby bump looks like parts of a dummy or a mannequin, and it's just pregnancy. I'll show you some of it in a minute. Now, for Warri Pikin, I don't know her personally or her husband or anybody that knows her. I just know her as a personality that does comedy, on social media. But at the end of the day, this is my opinion. I do opinions all day long on social media. It was so easy and a dead giveaway that she was definitely wearing a prosthetic baby bump. So she used you guys to cruise. She's a comedian. She used you guys to cruise to think like, I'm having a baby. The comments on her Instagram was flooded with congratulations. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, she's just telling you she's pregnant. Okay, you'll see the bump as it comes. She has 3.5 months. She has 6.5 months left. Congratulations to Warri Pikin. So you guys now paired her picture of the wedding versus this video. And you're all cracking your brains. Okay, Nigerians, I won't insult you anymore. So this was the giveaway. The front view, you can see that's a baby bump that's prosthetic. If you don't know about prosthetic baby bumps, like I said, you would think she was pregnant, okay? Her husband, her son, and her daughter, perfect family. I hope they are having another boy. I don't know why I said that. I have 3 boys of my own, but boys are easier than girls. And notice how she's holding that prosthetic baby belly. A lot of times, this was also a dead giveaway. A lot of times people wearing it, they'll want to put their hands on the top and the bottom. This whole pose about I'm pregnant, let me hold my baby gently. But something is, look at this, the texture. The texture, that's the word, texture. The texture of the fabric she's wearing. Her belly button should be popping out. It's not. That's because it's a prosthetic baby bump. That's another giveaway. All right, this is what a prosthetic baby bump looks like. Look at the left picture, okay? That's it on the mannequin, and that's it on the woman. Notice that when it hits the woman, and the woman wore that Nike thing, it now looks round. And that's another giveaway that you saw in the last picture. We'll come back to those pictures in a minute. Now, this one on the right is a prosthetic baby bump that actually goes down and tends to have a belly button thing, okay? And the woman in white is wearing it. Notice how she puts her hands on the bottom. It's a pregnancy pose, oh, I'm pregnant. Let me just hold my baby and all that. Now, going back to the question on why people wear prosthetic baby bumps, there are people who are barren and they are using a surrogate and they don't want their loved ones to know. I see a lot of that in America. They don't want their mother-in-laws to know that they're barren before they start yapping them and everything. They don't want to know. They don't want the sister-in-laws, friends, family, co-workers. There's everybody around you. But like in 9 months, you just bring this baby home, and you'll take medical leave, paternity or maternity leave, and there are people who are going to go to your husband and say, "But your wife wasn't pregnant now," and then there are people who are going to tell you, "But you weren't pregnant. Where did this baby come from?" So the age of surrogacy, I brought this awareness in 2018 during the Linda thing. This age of surrogacy, people are going to like ask you questions, and the age of social media. Wait, where did you get pregnant from? Blah, blah, blah. So what they do is that once they start the whole process of surrogacy, they will start wearing this baby bump. For me, I personally think that if you're doing surrogacy, just tell who you have to tell. Okay? I did surrogacy, I adopted a baby. Before they start asking you questions. Like, if you want to carry this thing in your belly 24/7 when you walk out your door, it's up to you. But some people do. So that right there was how I knew it was a prosthetic belly. There's no belly button pointing out, and you can see the sides. There's another picture of her on the side view. I couldn't capture that one very quickly on the video. The left side view. This is the right. No, this is the left side view.